All right, well, welcome to our December 8th, 2015 Ogden City Redevelopment Agency meeting. Let the roll call reflect that all board members are present with the exceptions of Board Member Wicks, who's attending another meeting this evening and may join us later. First item on our agenda tonight is approval of minutes of the joint study session on October 13th, 2015. Board Member Blair.
Yes, I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be accurate, and I will make a motion that we adopt those minutes.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Board Member Blair to adopt and a seconded by Board Member Garner. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, next item is a public hearing concerning fiscal year 2016 budget amendment, sale of land proceeds.
Lisa Stout will be making that presentation.
Welcome, Ms. Stout.
Thank you, board members. I appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. This resolution allows the RDA to recognize a transfer from Ogden City, the city-owned property, which was sold recently, and they have $248,000 that they were going to, $245,000 that they're going to transfer. Oh, I need new glasses.
It is 248.
Thank you. That they are going to transfer from the city, which you just approved, to allow the RDA to buy property for redevelopment in the 24th Street of the city. So this will be recognized as revenue in the RDA and then appropriated as an expense for that purchase. Do you have any questions regarding this resolution?
Any questions for Lisa? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this is a public hearing. If there is anyone that wishes to address this item on our agenda, now would be the time.
No movement. I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay, we have a motion by Board Member Gochner, second by Board Member Garner to close public hearing. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
And if there's no further discussion, I'll make a motion to adopt proposed resolution 2015-20.
We have a motion by Board Member Gochner, seconded by Board Member Garner to adopt ordinance 2015-20. This is a roll call vote.
Board Member Blair.
Aye.
Board Member Garner.
Aye.
Board Member Gochner.
Aye.
Board Member Stevens.
Aye.
Vice Chair White.
Aye.
Chair Heyer.
Aye. All right, that passes. The next item is reports from administration concerning South River Development Agreement Amendment.
Mr. Montgomery will be making that presentation.
Welcome, Mr. Montgomery.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. What you have before you tonight is a consideration to amend the development agreement that we have with the South River project, and it regards two aspects of the recorded agreement. The first one deals with a change of building design exteriors. Each time as we look at a phase development, there is a template that is approved of what the units will look like in their exterior based on the pattern book that the RDA had approved a few years ago. And we review each building based on that pattern book and then based on the development agreement and its attachments that set the style of what those buildings will look like. When we looked at a revision several months ago for a new product that is being proposed at South River, which is a 2-story unit, and it was looked at creating that new design for Phase 3 as a test to the market. And as the developer has now moved to Phase 4 and looking to get that approved also, he felt it would be important to include those units in Phase 4. In the time between the approval and recording of the agreement and now where the construction drawings are in place, revisions were made to that building, however, which increased its width so that it changes the facade of the building. This illustration shows that here's the 2-story unit. Hopefully it'll focus in a second. There we go. And so in the revisions, what has happened is because this building has become wider, this section is now being added to add windows in this area. So you can imagine, take this building and remove that and shrink it down, so you'd have these windows and you had a larger porch area here. Now they've added this additional space. I think one comment was made, well, what does that do to the interior? Let me just give you this drawing of that floor plan for that unit. So you have the entry, the living room, kitchen, dining, master bath, bedroom, and bath. And then you have stairs that go up to additional bedrooms. You see the garage then is behind here, and then the other buildings. This building is actually made longer now in living space, and the garage is shifted to the side. So in the other traditional units, this garage actually happens behind this living space. Now additional floor space is made in this area too. So with that revision, we're looking at changing the exterior elevations, both for the front and for the rear. In the rear, what is happening is you'll see these two projections that come out, these gable-ended.
Dormers, would they call them a dormer?
Yeah, it's a dormer. That's a good term. That is now coming out on the second floor over the garages. What this space is actually the mechanical rooms for this unit and this unit. So here's this unit's garage, and here's this unit's mechanical space. Here's this unit's garage and this mechanical space. So that's the furnace, the water heater. All those things have been moved from the garage space up into this new area in the second floor. So that then it changes the exterior of the rear of the building also. So we're amending that elevation for that type of unit. The other item that we're adding then into this development agreement is now that Phase 4 is being proposed, we're adding the landscaping plan for Phase 4 into, again, the development agreement. This will complete the 4 phases of the South River project, which gives us the townhomes and have that completed. And so the Plan Commission, as they reviewed this, they recommended this is consistent with the master plan, with the plans we've approved in terms of development of the phases, and that the revisions to the exterior of the buildings are still consistent with the master design guidebook. And so they recommend approval of these 2 amendments to the development agreement.
Maybe I missed this. You said something about landscaping that changed as well, or?
Well, that because now Phase 4 is added, we're adding the landscaping into the development agreement for Phase 4.
Any other questions for Mr. Montgomery?
If this is approved, when would they start construction?
Him here. I know they're going to start on Phase 3. He said they were looking to start the foundations work in the next week to 2 weeks. Phase 3 will be down here. They're going to build those 4 buildings all simultaneously, and once those are built, then they'll move into Phase 4. So my guess, Phase 4, you'll probably see construction start sometime mid-spring, early summer next in 2016 for this Phase 4.
Any other questions for Mr. Montgomery? All right, thank you. All right. We would like to hear from the developer, Mr. Blaine Walker, but apparently he's not here yet. So I guess we'll move along. Any comments or resolution?
If there's no further comment, I will go ahead and make a motion that we adopt proposed resolution 2015-23.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Board Member Blair, seconded by Board Member Stevens, to adopt Resolution 2015-23. And this is a roll call vote.
Board Member Gardner.
Aye.
Board Member Gochner.
Aye.
Board Member Stevens.
Aye.
Board Member Blair.
Aye.
Vice Chair White.
Aye.
Chair Heyer.
Aye. That passes. The next item on our agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the board regarding your concerns or ideas for the Ogden Redevelopment Agency. Please state your name and address clearly for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Are there any takers? Seeing no movement, comments from the RDA Executive Director
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
and board members.
Yeah, I just have one comment. I think it's great that the developer has looked at the market and what the market wants, and I think that's a good change. So I applaud them for making that change.
It was very creative, the way they approached it. I thought it was very well done.
Good.
Any other comments?
And also Mr. Montgomery's team for presenting that to us and working with them. It makes it real easy to help move this forward.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Vice Chair White, second by Board Member Blair to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, just as a reminder, the City Council will have a work session immediately following this meeting, and the purpose will be to observe Weber State University debate team debate a topic of equitable use of public space. We're looking forward to that.